I debated making this video, but I'm making this video as a PSA for the girls who are going to Afrotech. So I've been to Afrotech a few times in the past. I don't really go anymore because I don't want to work in tech anymore. But I do want to give a word of advice for the girls who are in tech and who are not in tech, who are going to Afrotech to only or purposely go and find a man. Does anyone remember the movie 21 Jump Street, the remake, not the TV show, in which there was this scene in which they observed that, like, the stereotype of, like, the cool kid and the jock and the cheerleader is actually not the cool kid anymore, and the new stereotype of, like, the nerds and the people who care about the environment and, like, the kids who were kind of excelling in life are now the new cool kids. That is kind of how I feel about the men that go to Afrotech. Stick with me, ladies. It is an environment in which there are a lot of men who didn't necessarily have, what's the nice word that I can use? A lot of pull in an earlier part in their life, and now they kind of have a little bit of leverage or a glow up, if you will. And I'm not saying that's necessarily a bad thing, but the thing is, when sometimes those things happen to you later in life, it kind of becomes like a clout disease, and they take these associations with these certain companies or these certain salaries to their head.
So all of a sudden, because the guys got options and because they dedicated themselves to their craft and became successful, all of a sudden, even though she's trying to say it in a nice way and prefacing what she's saying by saying that it's not necessarily a bad thing, let me guess, all of a sudden these guys are not interested in black women, or if you're going there to get a man, you may not necessarily get chosen because they're letting the clout get to their head, and then that's influencing how it is that they're moving.
And I can speak for myself as someone who has worked at all of these companies and has been in association with all of these men since 2015. They tend to downplay the women, especially black women, who are their peers, and they don't want to date us because they think that they're up now. They have all the options in the world, and optionality is also a disease. So I really...
Optionality is a disease. That's a new one. I've been doing this internet thing for a long time. I've been in these social media spaces. I look at the videos that you guys send us in order to be able to vet whether or not it seems like it's going to be a good video to react to. And then I tend to only look at the first 10 seconds to determine whether or not it makes sense for me to react to it. And I've never heard, and it could be a thing, I've never heard optionality is a disease. That is a first. Of all of the things that I've heard on the internet, optionality is a disease. Let me see if she can explain this.
I want to say this, and I really mean this in a nice way.
Why does she keep prefacing what she's saying by saying, and I mean this in a nice way, but then she says something that tends to be or can be taken as the meaning to the people that she's speaking to?
For the girls who are going, be careful, because a lot of these men, I don't think that they're necessarily in a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband stage of life, especially if they recently started working in these environments. It's going to take some time for them to get that out of their system.
You see, this is what happens when the tides turn. So when women are in their prime, like 18 to 24, their peak years, they are very beautiful, they can attract a lot of men, they don't complain. But when a man is now in the tech industry, he's having a good salary and he can pull a lot of women, now she is complaining, okay? You can't have it both ways, okay? Everybody has their time to shine. If you're watching this and you're a tech guy, just understand that this is gonna be happening to you. You're gonna have colleagues who are gonna say, oh, you are doing all of that because now you have a high salary and all of that. I'm not saying that having a high salary can keep a woman or is gonna attract the kind of woman who really genuinely desires you. It's just one piece of the puzzle. So don't lead with that. Don't say, oh, because I have a high salary now, I can have all the kind of bitches I want. You can have them, but they're just coming there for your wallet. As a man, what you'd want to find is a woman who has genuine burning desire for you, raw desire, that's not attached to money. Now, of course, a woman wants you to earn a decent amount of money because in the case of having babies, you'll be able to take care of those babies in the long run. That's why they're looking for a financially stable man for marriage. But as a man, your sexual strategy is to have sex first. You want to secure sex. So you want a woman who is there, who is willing to give you sex because she finds you attractive. Because at the end of the day, if you are a man and you have a woman who just uses you as a wallet and she's not giving you sex, it doesn't satisfy your sexual and your initial desire. Because let's be honest, for us men, the first thing that comes to our head is sex. So you want women who want to go down there with you as fast as possible, maybe on the first night or within a week or within 2 weeks, right? You don't want a woman who is haunting you because she has had her peak years, she's now getting old, and she's looking for somebody to take care of her financially. No. So guys, just be careful. But again, the point I'm trying to say is that when the tides turn, you see how she's complaining and she's just being jealous, okay? Because she says she has worked with this man. This man did not have this pull initially in the earlier years of their life. Now they can pull. It's just how it works. Because for men, it takes a while. It takes a while for all of the things to come together. Your money, your physique, and all of that. Some men might be attractive. They can have women for a short term, but they cannot have that woman who wants them for a long-term relationship because they are not financially stable, and vice versa. So when they finally get an IT job and they are in the tech industry, of course, now they have everything they were looking for. They have the looks and now they have the money. And that's why she's not happy, because she knows that that kind of man is in a leverage position.
So I'm trying to understand this here. And this is the thing that troubles me about black culture in general. It doesn't matter if you're educated. It doesn't matter if you're going into tech. It doesn't matter if you're going to a conference. It doesn't matter if, you're going to a restaurant thing, CES, Afrotech, InvestFest. No matter where you go, everything becomes fuck culture. Everything becomes relationship. Everything becomes dating. These things and these places largely become about the after party or who it is that you can meet and hook up more than it is actually about the conference itself. And as a person that has went to my share of conferences in the past, I've been to conferences all over the country, including Nashville and not North Carolina, Miami. I've been to conferences right here in Michigan. I've been to conferences out in California. I've been to conferences in a lot of places. I was the type of person that just went for the information, and then I enjoyed the city and whatever it is. I loved the hotel and I loved the free stays. And I went home, honestly. And maybe it's just because I was all about business. I was trying to figure out how it is, where the money is, and who had it, and how I can network with them. And I was trying to understand, what was happening and who was building the latest technology.
Well, your goal as a man is to chase the money. Their goal as a woman is to chase the man who is chasing the money. So they go to this conference not necessarily because they want to go and learn business skills. They are going there to target the men. So your goals are different, Anton. Your goals are different. Women are gold diggers, so they are professional gold diggers. So they are searching for that man that's gonna take care of them for the rest of their life. So your goals are different.
And how they was leveraging it in order to implement it into whatever it is that they was doing, and if people were doing startups, or if you can take this information back to the company that you was working in. Now, and I will admittedly say that back then, I'm not even sure if it was like an Afrotech or something like that.
And by the way, you can't blame the women for that, because raising a child is expensive, and women look for security. That's one of their biggest things, especially when they start growing older. It is the biggest thing for them, because they know that their beauty is going to fade with time. It's going to fade away with time. And so they want to lock down a man before that happens. So you can't blame them. We are different. Men and women are different. And as men, we just need to understand these realities and then optimize for it. Like I said, you as a man, you know that your sexual strategy is sex before anything else. So you have to target women that you can have sex with before you can decide if they're a good partner, a good wife in the long run. So, because without that, you are just playing a losing game.
But nowadays, it seems like every single thing is about hookup culture.
So I am just getting in from Afrotech's welcome party, kickoff party. And I will tell you, I've been on site today because my company is sponsoring Afrotech. So I've been in the convention area. I also, like I said, just got back from that party. And I will tell you, the men's is outside. The employers are here too. So make sure you go get the bag, but also get the bay. There are a lot of women, the cants are always haters. The cants are on the interwebs, on Beyonce's internet, trying to shame y'all for looking for romantic connections as well as professional ones. And I totally disagree with that. If I were single, I would be in formation. I'm in formation anyway. Your girl's in formation anyway. But I would really be in formation if I were single. Okay? So don't let these haters shame you, okay? There are very few opportunities as professional Black women. We know there are very few opportunities.
She's actually there for that. Women are always optimizing, searching for the next better deal. Okay, so even though she's in a relationship, trust me, she's looking around to see if she can catch a man who is better than the man that she has. That's what they do. Most women, that's what they do.
Where we are in the space with professional Black men at this rate, take advantage of that. Y'all run it up for your girl, okay? Y'all run it up for me because I can't do it for myself, okay? By the way, my neighbor, who is a whole doctor in his early 30s, attractive, literally said to me a day ago that I am going to Afrotech to look for my wife. Don't let these cants keep you from block your blessings, okay? Be in formation. Focus on your focus. But
any man who is going to these places to look for a wife should be very careful. Should be very careful. You need to vet them very well. Otherwise, you are just inviting a gold digger into your life who doesn't love you for you. Of course, women don't love you for you. They love you for what you can provide. And not only what you can provide, but they want to, I mean, it's even better if they have genuine burning desire for you, sexual burning desire. But other than that, women are looking for men that can take care of them financially. That's the first thing for them, especially when they start growing older.
Again, listen, I'm not telling anybody what they can and can't do. There are rumors going around that it just literally be condoms on the floor sometimes. My advice to people is keep it professional. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you are linking up and even if you are looking up, well, my advice to men is to stay focused and don't get finessed, because a lot of these women are hypergamous in every situation, and they're always going to look for the thing that's going to benefit them. But I will say, keep it professional. Don't get caught up no matter where you at, whether you at the strip club or whether you at Afrotech. People think the same. They opportunistic, and you can get caught up in some shit that you're not supposed to be in. So be careful. I know a lot of y'all, you like to party, you like to have fun, you like to mix business with pleasure, keep business, and then separate that shit. Take care of business, and then get to the pleasure part after it. But don't get caught up. I'm not even sure if it's okay for guys to let their chicks go to Afrotech no more. What the heck is going on out here in these streets? You know what I'm saying? So y'all got to be absolutely careful. Don't get caught up in the mix. Don't get caught up in the hype. Don't let yourself get finesse just because she got on a pantsuit like Kamala Harris. Be careful. Get your bag. Take care of your business, and then run it up.
Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.